The temperature in the hall plunged.
What the fuck are you doing to her?
But the next second, he froze in the doorway. There was no abuse scene like he pictured. Rosalie was standing in her custom pediatric parallel bars. That scream was just the effort of pushing herself too hard.
Look, Sir Galahad just finished his third set of leg lifts, and he's not complaining. Princess Luna, you can't let him beat you.
Seeing her dad bust in, Rosalie blinked in surprise. Then, like she found her perfect audience, she fought through the burn in her legs and flawlessly executed another leg lift.
Mr. Rafferty, did you see that? It's a miracle. She voluntarily finished 3 sets of rehab today. That's more than the last 3 months combined. It's all thanks to Ava. She called it Knight's Training. Whoever lasts the longest becomes the bravest knight guarding the princess.
The murderous rage drained from his face. He stared at his sweating daughter, then at me. He swallowed hard, trying to cover his slip-up.
Right, well, just don't overwork her.
Don't worry, Mr. Rafferty. Princess Luna devoured 3 bowls of energy oatmeal this morning. She's got plenty of fuel in the tank.
He looked at the newfound life in his daughter's eyes. A faint, almost invisible smirk touched his lips before he turned and headed back to the main house. After our game, I warmed the doctor-prescribed rehab oil in my hands and turned on some soft music. Lulled by the massage and the music, Rosalie's tight little face slowly relaxed. She even let out a soft sigh of relief. What I didn't know was that Killian hadn't actually left. Watching Rosalie smile at me while hugging her bear, his dark, calculating eyes softened.
This Miss Vance is a miracle. The miss fought off every treatment, but look at her after just 1 day. Boss, I think we found the one.
After putting Rosalie to bed, I headed to my room, only to find Killian sitting on the living room sofa.
Ava, let's talk.
I walked over and sat politely across from him.
Yes, Mr. Rafferty.
You're good at rehab care. Done this before?
I spent the last few years caring for my ex-husband's sick nephew. My ex said all I was good for was painting. So to make myself useful, he turned me into the boy's full-time nurse.
Your file says you just got divorced. Why?
His family is Wall Street elite. There was no room for a nobody like me.
I started wondering if I'd said too much. But the next second, Killian slid a document across the table. I looked down. The cover read, Marriage Agreement.
What is this?
A contract marriage. It's my optimal solution for this situation. You know Rosalie's condition. Since her trauma, she doesn't like to go out, doesn't talk, and pushes everyone away. And you are the only person this entire year who has been able to pull her out of that darkness. I can't tolerate any risk that would make her lose her sense of security again. So I need someone who can legally stay by her side forever. A real mother. If you're willing to stay, we'll sign a prenuptial agreement. Assets will be kept completely separate. There's no risk for you.
I knew this was how rich families operated. My last marriage started with love, but because of the massive gap in our social standing, I had to sign a prenup then, too. So when the love burned out and the divorce hit, I was stripped of everything. They even took the wedding ring back. Especially a man like Killian Rafferty. With his kind of wealth and power, a man like that doesn't trust anyone. After a moment's hesitation, I finally spoke up.
Honestly, I just need a place to stay. We don't have to get married on paper.
This marriage is for Rosalia. I need to give her a stable family structure. And marriage is the most ironclad legal guarantee.
His strictly business attitude actually put my mind at ease. I looked down and read the contract. One glance, and my heart nearly stopped. Page 1, complete separation of premarital assets. Page 2, $100,000 a month, wired straight to my personal account. Page 3, no marital intimacy required. And the final page. Post-divorce security, Party B, Ava Vance, will receive an irrevocable trust fund of $2 million, held in a Swiss bank. Under no circumstances can Party A or his family reclaim this. The night Julian threw me out, I didn't even have $3 to my name. I thought I'd never willingly sign a document with the word marriage on it again. But now, someone was willing to pay this kind of price for my care.
I agree.
That night, Killian dropped a heavy ring into my palm.
The Rafferty family crest ring. From today on, you are the lady of this house.
At 10 that night, Rosalie was in her wheelchair, clutching a thick picture book.
Want a bedtime story?
She nodded hard. I lifted her onto my bed, let her lean into me, and opened the book.
Once upon a time, there was a beautiful princess with wings that could fly as an
Halfway through, she fell asleep against my chest, her breaths light and shallow like a kitten's. Early the next morning, soft footsteps woke me. I opened my eyes to see Killian at the door.
She snuck in here again?
Yeah, wanted a story.
She hasn't slept soundly in over a year. Woke up screaming every single night. Not last night?
No, she slept 10 solid hours.
I'm adding another 50 grand to your monthly pay.
No need. The contract is generous enough. Mr. Rafferty, it's way too much. I like Rosala. She's tough on the outside, but so sweet on the inside.
Those other women only cared about kissing up to my dad. They wouldn't even touch my wheelchair. My dad wants to give you this money. Just take it, please.
My heart completely melted. Unable to say no, I thanked him. From that day on, Rosalie was my little shadow. She sat next to me at dinner, made me tell stories during rehab, and even waited outside the door when I used the bathroom. A week later, I had a follow-up at the clinic to pick up my antidepressants. Finn had explicitly warned me Rosalie couldn't leave the gates. It triggered severe panic attacks. So I tried to negotiate, telling her to wait at home and I'd be right back. Instead, Rosalie death-gripped my hand. She didn't speak, just stared at me with terrified, beautiful eyes.
She's afraid you're leaving and never coming back.
I'm not leaving you. I'll see the doctor and come right back. Paint for a bit while I'm gone, okay?
I tried to explain more, but she just wheeled herself straight for the garage.
Miss, are you going to the clinic with Ava?
Rosalie nodded silently.
Holy Mother of God. The miss is going out voluntarily. It's a miracle.
The doctor said my depression was improving and told me to stay relaxed. Before I left, he gave me another pile of pills. Outside the office,
Ava, are you sick?
holding up the bag of pills and trying to keep my tone light.
Yeah, the doctor said I've been feeling a little down, so I have to take some medicine every day.
Taking medicine, it's bitter and it hurts. It really hurt when I was sick before.
She fumbled clumsily in her pocket for a moment, then pulled out a slightly melted piece of chocolate and carefully placed it in the palm of my hand.
Sweet things make you forget the pain, Daddy told me.
Looking at her pure, caring little face, my tears fell without warning. 3 years at Julian's house, whenever I cried, they said I was acting. I told Julian I had depression. He called me dramatic and accused me of causing trouble on purpose. I cried an ocean of tears in that house, and all I got for it was a label, unstable, crazy bitch. I lost it and pulled Rosalie into a tight hug. Her tiny frame tucked quietly into my arms.
Ava, I'll eat my food. When I grow up, I can protect you.
I laughed through my tears.
You better grow up fast then.
10 minutes later, we walked out of the clinic with red eyes. A low-profile black Cadillac was idling out front. Holding Rosalie's hand, I walked over.
Mr. Rafferty, what are you doing here?
Killian scooped Rosalie up.
Finn told me Rosella came with you. I was worried, so I came to check.
Rosalie rested against his chest but held tight to my hand.
Dad, you don't have to worry as long as I'm with Ava.
I know.
That night, Killian tried to give me another raise.
Is there anything you want then?
Could I get a totally unnoticeable used car? Just to make taking Rosalie out easier?
Pick whatever you want from the garage.
No, those are way too expensive. I'd be terrified to drive them.
After a moment of silence, Killian smiled and nodded. The next morning, a 20-grand Subaru was parked right next to his lineup of supercars. He also brought in a guy who was supposedly a top global pharmacologist. The diagnosis was the same as the clinic's, but every pill he prescribed was switched to the high-end imported stuff I could never afford before. Before leaving, the doctor advised Killian,
Mr. Rafferty, your wife needs her family around her. Don't put too much pressure on her.
Noted.
A few days later, I took the Subaru and brought Rosalie out. Because of her trauma, so she practically never left the estate. Now, I was going to show her the world. After soaking up some sun at a playground, we hit up an art supply store. It was a quiet little indie shop. The owner was a sweet old man, and soft classical music was always playing.
What color markers do you want?
She pointed to a set of watercolors, eyes full of hope.
All right, we're getting those.
At the checkout, Rosalie insisted on carrying a roll of drawing paper for me. Even in her wheelchair, she hugged the paper to her chest, trying so hard to act like a little grown-up.
Is it heavy?
She shook her head. My heart completely melted. I gently took the roll of drawing paper from her arms, then freed a hand to ruffle her small head, smiling softly. We were in the parking lot, and I was just about to lift Rosalie into her car seat when a voice I prayed I'd never hear again sliced through the quiet. My ex-husband, Julian.